NYNY podcast. How are we doing? I'm back for another Thursday episode. I'm currently at school, studying hard, making Mama proud. I'm just joking. No, I am. Mum, we love you. We're back again. Hope you guys have had a great couple of weeks and had a great January as well. We're into February already. It's crazy. It's getting towards that crunch time exam period. But we're back again for another podcast and episode this week of NYNY. So today I'm going to talk to you about my January and how I done something in January that's kind of changed my outlook. In January I decided that I needed to do a social media cleanse. What does that mean? It's throughout the whole of January, most of it I was on a social media fast, which for me, it was very cool and it was very, very rewarding as well. And so today I'm gonna talk to you about some of the stuff that I learned through that time in January that helped me, and hopefully it will help you guys as well. Number one is what I learned in January is, I'm gonna be honest, I was addicted to social media. My screen time in December, it varied between 4 to on the absolute maximum 6, 7 or 8 hours on the weekends. That is crazy. And I think being off it made me realise how much time is actually spent on social media. And that is something, for me, I can be using that time elsewhere. And that was a big eye-opener. And it was something that was ingrained. Oh, excuse me on that one. But for me, it was something that was ingrained in my day-to-day basis. It was ingrained in my daily routine. And if I'm going to be honest and vulnerable with you guys today, if you did look on my Instagram feed and you had to scroll through, you could see that there were posts on there that actually weren't contributing anything to my life and to my mental well-being. You know, there's been a lot of studies recently about how social media has had a huge effect on people's body image, self-image, their anxiety, and overall just their mental health. And for me, being off it for so long made me realise that I do not need to look for other people's feeds, and I don't need to compare myself to other people to function on a day-to-day basis. And that was very, very important. Because don't get me wrong, we all see stuff on TikTok, on YouTube, on Snapchat, and it's very good. And some of the stuff out there is properly funny, don't get me wrong. But it was just something that was so ingrained in my life, and I did not enjoy that. You know, I was looking through a video, and it said about this survey that had been taken in South London about what young people, teenagers, want to be when they grow up. And the young people replied with their number 4, what they want to be is to be a YouTube and social media celebrity. And when I heard that, it was just crazy, because I realised that it wasn't me the only one that was addicted to social media and wanted their life to go in that way. And it was really crazy, because I didn't really realise that there was a lot, that it was such a need, an epidemic really, within our generation, this whole social media kind of addiction. And for me, it was huge. And I was watching this video actually in January about the whole social media thing. And this guy referred to social media being like a fire. So what a fire can do is it gives off some good stuff. It can spread light, it can spread warmth, and it can be really used to your advantage. And that's the same as social media. But social media also can have a devastating effect on someone's life, and someone young as well, because what fire does, it can really cause huge deprivation. It can cause real mental loneliness and mental loss as well. And it can cause a great deal of heartache and fire. And that's so true and the same as social media. There's a lot of positives, and also there's a lot of negatives as well. But that's going to lead on to number 2, which I got pretty much from the end of my social media fast. And it was simply this: it says what you look at in the morning is how your day is going to go. Young people, I can't encourage you enough. The morning is the crunch time. And for me, what I done in January, I set up this new daily routine. And that was every single morning. I'd wake up at 6:59 on the dot, apart from Sundays, because I respect the Sabbath and I like a little bit of laying. But yeah, so every single morning I'd wake up at 6:59 on the dot, and I would spend 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes reading the Bible. And every morning without fail, I'd write 3 things that I'm grateful for. And that would just, honestly, I can't encourage you enough how much of a positive impact that had on my day, because it set me up for greatness. And it made me realize that even if I wasn't feeling great, I had stuff to be thankful for. And I was meditating on God's word, which drastically changed my direction in January. And the amount of growth that I had in January was incredible. But what I'm saying to you young guys and young women watching this, what do you look at in the morning? What is the first thing that you go and grab in the morning? Is it your phone? Do you wake up, scroll through Instagram and see some of the negative memes, some of the negative stuff that's in your feed? Is that the first thing you look to in the morning? I'm here to encourage you, guys, look at something that empowers you in the morning and begin to see what your life can look like and change into. And that's so important and key for the future. So a little challenge point. Look through your feed. If your mum can't look through your feed, you shouldn't be looking at it. So what would Paula do? My mum, love your mum, but she can go through my feed. I'm fine with that. But I'll tell you, there'll be a couple of people that won't be fine with that watching that. But then again, we can all agree social media has a huge positive impact, as it allows us to grow profile and to grow influence as well. Amy Jo Martin said this quote, which I thought was really good and what I looked at throughout January. Social media is the ultimate equalizer. It gives us a voice to platform to anyone who's willing to engage. And that was crazy because January made me realize that it's a great responsibility, social media. Like, what are you posting? Are you impacting people in a positive way? Or are you draining? Are you taking away from people's day-to-day basis? And for me, social media, you can have a huge, great effect on people by spreading some of the stuff that you love. Like for instance, Jake Murmaghan, Oscar, all the guys that I love, Cody Holloway with his rugby highlights, every single bit of that actually gives back to people, that has a huge effect on people. And that's so, so important, as it allows people to see the good stuff that our generation are doing. But then again, there's so many young people that post stuff on Instagram, social media, and send stuff on Snapchat that just completely depicts what is actually going on within our young people. And I just want to encourage you guys, social media can be a great tool. It can be a great tool for the future, for building something when you're young, for business to increase, to set up stuff that in your life, set up stuff in your life when you're young, when you get to the age of 20, 22, that you've already got a huge profile and a huge group of people that follow what you do. And that can be used hugely for your advantage in the future. But so what have I done now? I've gone through my Instagram and I don't send streaks anymore, because streaks on Snapchat, I'm not doing that anymore. The only streaks that I'm getting are with the Bible app, because I need to read that a lot more. But you see, the moment I started looking at social media as being an actual gift, not just routine, you start to realize that you can actually use it in a positive way. And that's why I'm doing this podcast, because I'm trying to help you guys, trying to help young people, and to show you that there are some great young people in this world. And so I've gone through my Instagram, I've decluttered it, and my Snapchat, and I just want to say thank you guys for, just watching this podcast and allowing me to keep doing this and watching it. So please like, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Good night. God bless.